Hi guys, so in this video today, I'm going to be looking at Kajabi. Now Kajabi is one of those high-end online course creation applications, but it is sold as an all-in-one solution, which technically it is. I think if you're listening to this, you probably have been looking for sort of a coaching platform or an all-in-one solution or that sort of thing. Maybe you're comparing Kajabi with other competitors out there. So what I hope to do in this video is to show you a few things about Kajabi, look at Kajabi on the inside, and share my opinion with regards whether or not Kajabi is the right tool for you. And by all means, I've been in your situation as well, so I fully understand where you're coming from. Now, at the moment, I'll quickly go into the pricing. Kajabi has a few things. Here they have the basic, growth, and the pro plan. So just basically 3 plans. Obviously, they limit their plans on the basis of number of products and email contacts and all of that. So it's an active members, one website, etc. I think in terms of website, apart from the pro, all the other ones tend to have similar, just one website. And that is the thing about Kajabi. So then you have the growth plan, which is actually very popular because that's what I'm currently on as well, where you have 15 products and then you have unlimited landing pages and so on and so forth. And again, the difference here would be the active members, which moves from 1,000 to 10,000 and 25,000 contacts. Most organizations, except if you have a very one course or very straight, just one offering, you would most likely go for the growth plan. In the courses that I train for, most of them have sort of 2 tiers, and I train for at least 5 of them, so that alone is 10 products. Anyway, let's go into Kajabi. So what is in Kajabi? Now, I'm currently building the courses that I'm going to use on Kajabi, and so I'm just sort of at this point building the email list for this particular piece of project, but I haven't really sort of uploaded all the courses yet, albeit I've put some courses on here which I'm going to show you. But first, let's look at the website. So in terms of Kajabi, one of the first things that you will find out is that you can actually create your website. So you don't need to pay for Kajabi and then go and host your website somewhere else. And this is not in any way just a website for just your courses. It is a website for anything. So as you can see on here, you could always just customize. I'm not going to go into the detail of how to edit this because it's the Kajabi has a lot of features. It's a very robust tool. So if I went into all the details, we probably will take it to be an hour's video, 2 hours or 3 hours of video content, which I'm sure will probably begin to bore you. So you can go in there. Obviously, if you customize that, you'll be able to customize the background, all the features there. Within that as well, it's a pre-made design. So they've sort of put those designs already there. The templates already exist, and all that you need to do at this point is just go in there and edit it. You might want to put something new or a twist to it, but I think the selling point of Kajabi, and Kajabi keeps it simple. What they've done here is they've given you all the tools that you need, and all you just need to do is go in there and just edit. And that's what they're hoping that the sort of customer base are going to follow or to use. Okay, so you have all of that there. Again, you have your blog posts. I really like their blogs. I've done a few things. I've put a few things on the blog, and maybe I'm just going to click on that one just so that I'll show you a little bit. But yes, so I like the blog because I have put a few things, and I like the way it presents the blogs. I like the way the SEO is sort of put together, and it just makes sense. It just does look good. So this is one of the sort of like blogs I had tested on here. So obviously put a video in there. I just like the way it just sort of appears. They use Wistia, and Wistia always just they host on Wistia, and so yeah, that's why it looks all good, and it works perfectly. It works really good. Anyway, so that is the blog. Again, you can have your full website here, have all your 404 pages, about pages, and all of that, and all you need to do is just go in there and click customize. Fantastic. Okay, now let's look at pages. Now everything you would find with Kajabi is on your left. So with Kajabi, you would find that it's a typical web app sort of structure for these days, and everything is just sort of on the left, and it's straightforward, quite easy to use. I'm obviously so this is sort of products on here. So I think it's jumped to people, so we're going to go back to products. So yeah, so here are the products I currently have, which are on. I haven't completed them yet, so they're not on for sale just yet, but then I've just sort of been uploading them just to see how they look. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to go into one of them, and I'm going to just show you how your product is going to look. So on here you can see there's the course name, and then you have sort of the course detail, the introduction, and it's all, the layout, it all looks really good. And what I'm going to do as well is I'm going to show you what it looks like. So I'm going to go to preview, and I'll show you what it looks like when you have when somebody comes onto your site as well, and or one of your students is using has registered and is using this tool. So on here you can see it has resume course. You can edit almost about anything on this on Kajabi, so it's really intuitive. Again, you can put sort of thumbnails, which I was just testing that one in there. You can sort of see who's delivering the course and all the likes. So yeah, quite a number of useful features that Kajabi has there. But yeah, that's products. You can obviously have 15 products depending on the sort of product or which of these offers you went for. Let's look at sales. So sales, the sales tab covers offers, coupons, and affiliates. So mainly what it just does, or what it simply does, is you can create all your offers here. So on here I have the offer for the course we just saw there. You can put the pricing, and then you obviously have other things as well. But let me just click on new offer. Let's have a quick look. So on here you can create an offer. You can set it to be aligned with a particular product. So I have a few products on here. I could create the offer against one of those. You could set the price for that as well, and then you could save. And then once you continue, what it will do is it will give you the opportunity to edit a few things around the offer in terms of how it looks and so on and so forth. So it's very straightforward. You can always look at what it will look like in terms of previewing it. You can also look at the statistics in terms of the purchasing and all that or whatnot. So yeah, it looks pretty good. You can set your coupons as well. I had a few coupons I just tested some months back, and yeah, this one's expired, but then yeah, you can set up a new coupon here. You can also have bulk codes as well, and once you set up the new coupon, click new coupon, you'll be able to set either a single coupon or the bulk code coupon. The good thing is you can either set your coupon on the basis of percentages or amount. So you could sort of either set it as take £30 off, or sort of set it as take 25% off. Again, I love Kajabi because it has a card system that is robust as well, and it has quite a number of currencies. So anywhere you are in the world, you will be in the position where you can you'd have one of these currencies as one that you could use, I would imagine. So yeah, a lot of African, Caribbean, American, Indian, so sort of currencies there, or Asian, and so on. So yeah, no, so that's what you can put there. You can also put it to repeat forever, or set expiry date and all of that. And then let's go into affiliates. So in terms of affiliates, you can also always have your affiliates as well who are selling your courses, and they can also, and this is a really powerful tool actually, because what can then happen is you can then have potential people who are sort of putting your course out there, people who are marketing your products and bringing in revenue, and you're sharing that revenue with them. So that's also a very strong tool in the sales tab. Quickly go into marketing. So marketing sort of will cover the whole sort of email pipelines, automations, events, and forms. And as you can see on here where they say pipelines, what they just simply mean is, and in modern day times, funnels are used more frequently than pipelines. But pipelines are basically funnels, depending on which side of the divide you come from. You could call it pipelines, some people could call it funnels. But yeah, on here you would have email campaigns. You could start a new campaign. You could start a series of campaigns, and so you could just sort of go into a campaign, create either one-off broadcast, or you could send a sequence of emails to a certain set of people who are subscribed to you. So sort of gives you a very strong email campaign system there. As many people might know, or if you're new to sort of email marketing and digital marketing, you always would need, in most cases, you would need a ConvertKit or an Active Campaign or any of those sort of tools in order to run your campaign. With Kajabi, not the case. You can actually run your campaign within Kajabi. So let's have a quick look at pipelines. And pipelines, like I said, are funnels. And I really love this because what it does is it provides you an opportunity or a ready-made template of funnels which you can use. Now, if I went to click New Pipeline here, what it's going to do is it's going to give me these templates. And sometimes you don't even know what, you're new to this whole thing and you don't know, or you just don't want to start creating that whole funnel system from scratch. And that is where Kajabi actually saves you time. Is you can go in there, you could say I'm looking for sort of a Zoom webinar funnel, and you could go with one of those. You could go to the old legacy ones as well. So the old sort of ones, I use the legacy webinar, quite useful. I've used it and actually run a few webinars in the past. I like virtual summits as well. Really good pipelines. And in case you're wondering what a pipeline is, I'm just going to go into one of them. So assuming you're going to launch a free ebook, or you wanted to get what your purpose or aim of doing this was to try and get more people to purchase your book, or to at least get people to know about your book, which is coming up, or whatever it is. Or maybe you're trying to sell a product and then potentially you want to lead them or get them their emails on the basis of or as an exchange for getting a free ebook, which you would offer them. What you do is on here, as you can see, is within this pipeline, they would to create an opt-in page. Once they opt in, it will take them to a checkout page, and after that, then you'd subscribe them to a sequence of emails. And on here, it's suggested 10. You could always reduce it or increase it. But on here, what Kajabi does is they just give you these templates on the basis of best practices, and you can always use it however you want. If I clicked on here and I said create pipeline, obviously I would say free ebook. Maybe I would say free ebook PMGTS, and then which offer what am I trying to sell? Probably say agile, and then I'll generate a pipeline. I'm not going to do that now, but if I did, it will create that whole sequence for me, and all I need to do is link it to a certain email campaign. Remember, we touched on email campaigns here, and also link it to the product, which I've already done here, and everything just becomes automated at that point. Okay, so that is the sort of pipelines. Automations is pretty much, as the name implies, when something happens, then do X. So more or less, you're saying that, and I'll use an example of tagging. So if somebody opts into your BA webinar, tag the person as BA webinar lead. If the person opts into your PM webinar, then tag the person as PM webinar lead. There are more advanced automations that exist. At the moment, what I do more the automations around just the basic automations, but then there are more complicated automations, as you would find. Again, Kajabi is a very robust tool, so it's very useful, and it's one that I highly would say. At the end, I would obviously recommend, I'll tell you why you should go for Kajabi, or maybe not go for Kajabi. But I'm hoping that in this video, hopefully you've seen what Kajabi can do. Then you also have the events, and events pretty much like webinars and all the likes, where you could create a new event. I could click on there, and then obviously I create an event, fix the day and all of that. That's where you could have your live webinars, and you could just set it all up, link it to your Zoom or whatever platform you have, and yeah, people can register and they can join you live. And then forms. So forms, basically, as you know, they're opt-in forms, they're a variety of forms. Just anywhere people are going to put their name in, going to put their email address, is sort of a form. And so you can create a form specifically, which you could link to anything on any part of your site. And Then also this gives you a summary of all the forms that you currently have. And then let's look at people. So people is basically a summary of your contacts. So if you wanted to import contacts maybe from another tool that you're using, it's quite straightforward. Just click on import. It takes you to exactly how you do it. It takes you to this page here where you can just upload the Excel file, or you could just copy and paste, or you could just add people individually. Hopefully if you have more than 10, 15, 20 people, you would want to have a CSV file a lot easier. And then obviously then you have assessments. Assessments is another wonderful tool within Kajabi, because Kajabi, remember, is a course creation platform, an all-in-one course creation platform, which covers marketing, which covers course creation, which covers hosting, which covers email marketing. Everything is in Kajabi. So on here you could create an assessment, and the assessment could be a quiz. There are all sorts of assessments that you could do here. One thing I like with Kajabi is they've invested a little bit in their assessments, so it can be a homework, it can be an Excel spreadsheet, it can be a PDF, or any of those sort of things. And it's not just the objective where you have objectives A, B, C, D, choose one. That's, you could also have that, but you could also even have the sort of objective questions where you have multiple answers and so on. You could also have the one where you could put a diagram and you could put objectives as well. So it's got quite a robust, I'll say 8 over 10 in terms of the assessment in comparison to other tools that I've seen. So hopefully you've gotten an idea of what Kajabi is. Now I have a referral link underneath this video. If you want to test out Kajabi, it will give you 14 days access. You can do all the things I'm able to do here that you can see here. You can play around with Kajabi by following the link in the video description. That would certainly take you to the Kajabi page, and then as I said, it will give you access to Kajabi for 14 days. It's a free trial, I'll be glad to see you use Kajabi. But then I promised that I was going to share with you why I would say you should go for Kajabi and when I would say you shouldn't go for Kajabi. So for me, I have a few platforms which I use. There are certain high-end courses that I use, and those are the ones that I've created or I'm creating, which are going to go on Kajabi. And Kajabi is sleek. So Kajabi is sleek, is smooth. Recently, they've had some technical issues, but every company will have that at some point, or at least I've had that at some point. So that shouldn't deter you. I would say that in terms of, if you're looking for, depending on your client, so if you're looking for something that works, something that is simple, something that is straightforward, something that you just need to put in your information and you don't need to worry about beginning to think about how to create a funnel and all of that, then Kajabi is the right tool for you. Obviously Kajabi is on the high side in terms of the funding, in terms of how much it costs, but there's a reason why millions of people are on Kajabi. Think about it now. Those millions of people know about the alternatives that you've probably looked at as well, and they know that potentially they could be saving a buck here and there. But why have they gone for Kajabi? They've gone for Kajabi because ultimately, at the end of the day, if your course sells, and depending on how much you sell your courses, even if you sold them for $100, if you sold 10 within a month, you've already paid off for your Kajabi yearly plan. So the growth plan, if you're going to pay that is obviously the monthly payment. If you went for the annual discount, so the monthly discount is or the monthly payment is $199. If you went for the yearly, that's the $159. So it comes up to about $1,800 thereabouts. And so ultimately you would have paid within a short period of time, paid for your Kajabi hosting anyway. But what you then have is several months of being, just automated sales, because Kajabi gives you that opportunity and it is just seamless. But if you're starting up, if you don't have the budget, or if you are in a position where you're looking for something, but you want a balance between your clients aren't necessarily looking for something that is sort of as sleek as Kajabi, or they wouldn't mind, then you can go for any of the other tools. And I've got a lot of these tools which I've reviewed on this channel, so you could go with any of them. But just to try and keep this particular video within the time frame I wanted to keep it in, I'm going to end it here, but I'm going to say again, if you love this video, please like, subscribe, do the needful, but also make sure you click the link and just try Kajabi out. It won't cost you anything for 14 days. You can play around with it. You can add, remove things, play around with the features, and ultimately you can cancel if you don't want to continue after 14 days. Well, I'm sure you would love it enough to want to keep it, but again, depending on your specific case and sort of what you're using it for. So hopefully this video has been helpful. I'll speak to you all in the next video. Thank you. Cheers. Bye-bye.